Okay, so HackTheBoo 2025. It's a forensic challenge. I'm not good at forensic actually, but actually I love this challenge. It was pretty straightforward. To be honest, I hate the forensic challenge, which is really frustrating. But it was great. So it was really easy. Probably one of my favorite ones. So we have pickup file. We have to download here, and we have a questions. So it's not just for one flag. Like, is what's the flag? We have 7 questions. So let's open the pcap file. So we have the pcap file here. So it's we could call it's a pcap, right? We just verified that we're sure right now. So the next one I want to do to open with Wireshark. So there's too much things to do. Analyze it here. We have 142 data. There's a call, and we have some questions. So the first question is, what is LangFlow within use? So the first of all, to be understand, let's check what is LangFlow. Is it a web server, or it's or something working on DSCP or TCP or whatever is it? So we just saw it's remote code execution. So we found it's HTTP requests we found. So it seems like working on the web server. So if it's working on a web server, I'm gonna run on HTTP or HTTP2 for HTTPS, but there is no HTTPS, and we only have HTTP here. So the first things it's gonna be asking us when on the questions, let's back and LangFlow version to use. What I'm gonna do is the find I'm gonna use in the packet details. You have to choose, but it should be packet list for you, but you have to change it as packet details. What you want to be search, we're gonna be search string was called LangFlow, and we found too many. Actually, we found too many things about LangFlow. So there's the first things we can find is the second, third, and too many things is here. What I'm gonna call is maybe LangFlow version, but it's not gonna find. What I'm gonna do is just look for version here, but there is also the version on the internet protocol for the Wireshark. To be take it so you can use something like to maybe slash version and give. You know, if it's remote code execution here, it should be less than this, right? So we can try something like this, and we found. Okay, so the version number of the LangFlow is 120. So let me follow here HTTP stream. We found it. So it's LangFlow, and the version number is 120. So this is the first question we got. So it says, what is CVE assigned this LangFlow vulnerability? So what I'm gonna do is the second thing is here, but we will verify it later. LangFlow exploit, as attacker can do, and we can find it here. Actually, that was not what I found. It was this, to be honest. And we found it's a remote code execution. So that should be another thing. So LangFlow exploit, you can also go and you find the same thing. There is only one vulnerability for LangFlow, which is important, I think, called CVE 2025 and 3248, and we may want to be read it later. But so far, just let's read the questions and let's ask, what's the name of API endpoint exploited by attacker executed commands? So you know, it's the CVE. I mean, this one is remote code execution, so we have to find something which is running here, the remote code execution. For this, I want to analyze the poke on exploit database, and I found its API vol1 validate code. So this is an endpoint for exploits, and then after that endpoint, it's sending here the payload, which is this. So it should be this on here. I'm gonna also verify it if it's really that. on Wireshark. So I'm gonna be cancel it and looking for HTTP again. Validated codes, and yes, this is. So if you want to be follow HTTP stream here, and yes, this is correct because we got to here they are running some commands, and those commands are encoded by base64, but we can sure it's on this endpoint. So API will want validated code. So so this answer is API will want validated code. What is IP addresses of attacker? So for this question, I think we can try to decode it their base64 data. Let's see if we can grab some information, because after that API will validate code. They run this command, but they encode it as base64. So what I'm gonna do is echo -n, look for, maybe we grab something. There's nothing, but I think CyberChef will decoded it because I think there was something more. What was that? Wait. Yes. Okay, so it's zlib inflate. Oh, that is correct. So I'm dumb. Sorry. It's because we found import zlib here. That's why. So it's the best way to be analyzed on here. So they first of all check who am I, and they grab the information here. Let's see. Okay, so probably they are getting here the user. Where am I? Output is here. It's user, and this is probably ID because we're getting user gid root. So let's check, but it's probably import ID, and yes, that is correct. Let's check something could be most informational. So they check environment. So with this environment, they get this. So they could be important. So I'm gonna be say with them. Maybe they ask it Postgres password. So there's a Postgres SQL and his password. So we found last question with this. This is environment result, and we found last question. Okay, that's fine. So let's see if it's the reverse shell tab. So we're gonna be verified with here, and yes, seems like so. These are they use it here subprocess decode. Let's see what it's about. Maybe we have to remove this. Then yes, we're done. So they also use this for root shell. So attacker IP, we found this. And what attacker uses persistent take things. What is the port? They use it. He used this one, which is 7852 with the system machine host name. So I think we can find it on here. It's the same as well. Let's see. It should be on environment actually. So we found PostgreSQL password and environment, and that should be somewhere. Okay, home, app data, and login. That was okay. So there is a host name. It's AI service 01. So we're done. So only with one pcap file we found their attacker IP, which port he used, and host name from environment, PostgreSQL password from and the environment result as well. Everything we found here, we just found it in this way. So and we verified it. That's all. That was really easy, but it was straightforward. That's why I love it. And thanks for watching.